People tend to think that the cereal aisle always remains the same, but let's see how it has been changing over time. Cereal packs are transforming in line with pop culture and trends. Gather up, cereal lovers, especially you millennials. I'll talk about the golden era of cereals. Oh, and don't forget to tell me about your favorite cereal from the 90s. How about we start with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? In 1991, Ralston-Purina made a cereal that was pizza-shaped. Thankfully, it wasn't pizza-flavored. It tasted like marshmallows. It's radical-tasting cereal, dudes! The same year, Kellogg's Cinnamon Mini Bun cereal entered our lives like Speedy Gonzales. Not 67 or 68, but 70. Apparently, eating 70 cinnamon buns can be nutritious. Did you count them when you put them in your bowl? Do you remember vintage tricks with lime green puffs? How about Dino Pebbles? The box had a recipe. Instead of putting the pebbles in a bowl and mixing them with milk, you could prepare cereal treats. I've mentioned Kellogg's Cinnamon Mini Buns, but it was just one of their products. They also had Big Mix cereal. At that time, companies started to emphasize how healthy and nutritious their products were. For instance, this pack claimed that the cereal inside had no artificial colors or flavors and had less sugar. Teddy Grahams Breakfast Bears cereal, aka the Good News Bears. They don't produce this cereal today, but you can always buy Teddy Grahams snacks and add milk to them, and you'll have Teddy Grahams Breakfast Bears back in your cereal bowl. It's not the same, but it may help to bring back nostalgic memories. Does retro French toast crunch ring any bell? Fruity, yummy, and comes with a mummy. Fruity Yummy Mummy is one of the 5 monster cereals that made a comeback in 2013-2014. Yet this time, the cereal returned with an orange flavor. It isn't the same as the distinct original flavor, though. Muesli is not exactly a cereal, yet I can't help but mention these fruit muesli from the 90s. Who would say no to freebies? Honey Nut Cheerios cereal with free gummy bees took its place on supermarket shelves in 1991. Another round with Healthy's Kellogg's cereals. Nutri-Grain, Kenmay Rice Bran, Product 19, All Brand, Sustain, in the one and only Special K. I'm now in the year 1992 with Malt-o-Meal bagged cereals. Tostios, Honey and Nut Tostios, Tutti Fruttis, and Crispin Crackling Rice. Triple cereal could turn into a treat. The box had a marshmallow bar recipe on it. Quaker Oat Squares cereal is another one that comes with some recipes. This time, it's a party theme. Oriental Cashew Crunch and Praline Pecan Crunch were 2 options. Honeycomb was another fat-free and nutritious cereal with no artificial flavorings. Do you remember Post Great Grain cereal from 1992? The brand referred to its products released in the 1980s. They did this to introduce their brand new look. It's time to discover the hidden treasures, shaped like little cushions and filled with cherry, orange, or grape flavors. The next one is Sprinkle Spangles from General Mills. This star-shaped cereal came into our lives in 1993. Did you get that crunch out of your head? Here is Vintage Crunch Berry cereal. Scary cereals. It was a thing in the 90s. You know, monsters, ghosts, and many more. Now, how could I not mention the Addams Family cereal with its spooky cereal flake shapes? The Addams Family cereal was short-lived. Maybe it's because of its flavor. Cookie Crisp cereal with X-Men trading cards hidden inside. These little cookies that you can't resist found their place on shelves in 1994. Gap and Crunch cereal with a major crunch effect. How about some home-baked tastes? Look at these vintage Betty Crocker cereals. You could pick one of 2 choices, Dutch Apple or Cinnamon Streusel. Here is a limited edition cereal, Lucky Charms Cereal Olympic Edition. Let's move on with a classic that has been on shelves for decades, Honey Crunch Corn Flakes. Kellogg had one of those too. Mini-sized products and bites are still very popular. It was a bit unusual to see tiny cereal boxes back then, though. Mini boxes of Kellogg's cereal made their way into our mornings in 1995. Here is the new version of Honey Nut Shredded Wheat. It was advertised this way: sweet and a little nutty. Not exactly what you'd expect from shredded wheat. Look at this new great taste. Razzle Dazzle Rice Krispies welcomed its fans in 1997. The same year, Multigrain Cheerios Plus was also produced. I should also mention oatmeal. It came out with the motto, "Dares to be different." As the 2000s appeared around the corner, cereal brands made products referring to the Millennium. Cheerios Millennium cereal came out in 1999 saying, "Once in a lifetime." The flakes were shaped like 2s and O's. Another cereal that was in line with the trends was Ralston's WWF Superstars. Wrestling icons, such as Hulk Hogan, were the mascots of this cereal. The next one was a breakthrough, Pop-Tarts Crunch. Oreo, but in a cereal form. Luckily, there's a post-Oreo O's version in stores today. It's making a comeback, a bowl full of Oreo-flavored loops for breakfast. Yummy! Step aside, Count Chocula is here. How could one forget its commercials? Ah, that haunting voice. This one has also made a comeback. Unfortunately, you won't be able to eat it again. Farewell to Reptar Crunch. Bill and Ted's excellent cereal. This cereal was sold for only a short period of time. People still remember its giveaways and promotions. The most memorable one was hysterical postcards. Those were mini postcards about Bill and Ted traveling in time. Another notable one was a free audio cassette holder. The next one is Urkel-O's. Remember those days when you were watching Family Matters and laughing at Urkel once a week? Did I do that? Well, forever ring in our ears whenever we think of Urkel. The strawberry and banana-flavored loops of Urkel-O's reminded us of Urkel. Sugar-coated clusters of Rice Krispies treats. The cereal tasted just like the packaged Rice Krispies treats you get in grocery stores today. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. He also had his own cereal. You would think this cereal would have made a major comeback with new Spider-Man movies. Sadly, no. It only existed as a limited edition cereal. It had marshmallows in it. Wheaties Dunkaballs was a cereal that young people turned into a game. They played with it more than they ate it. The sweetened wheat and corn puffs were designed to look like tiny basketballs. Those balls literally ordered you to throw them into someone else's bowl across the breakfast table. First, French toast. Now, Waffle Crisp. You can still find Waffle Crisp in a few places, but it's very hard to track this cereal down. Luckily, the internet isn't the same as it was in the 90s. If something is produced, you can find and order it from anywhere in the world. That decade was truly the golden age of cereals, but let's return to our day. Snoop Dogg is releasing his own breakfast cereal. Maybe one day, people will talk about 2022 and look at Snoop Loops with nostalgia. The cereal is going to be marshmallow flavored. Loops cereal has a cartoon dog mascot. Broadus Foods Company, advertising the cereal, says, "More corn, more flavor, and more marshmallows." That's what separates us from the rest. Snoop Loops' website doesn't share any information about when the cereal will be available in stores yet. Oh, and this isn't the first time Snoop has partnered with a food brand. He has already collaborated with Dunkin' Donuts, presenting a breakfast sandwich named Beyond DOGG.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.